Good evening. My name is Kenneth Benitez Aulet. I am currently enrolled in MART 3023, which is Introduction to Marketing. And the purpose of this video blog is to answer the following question: is services marketing different from products marketing? Well, there's a couple of factors and a couple of differences that are between both of marketing. One of them it will be the tangibility. Another will be the return factor, and another will be the quality provided on such marketing. We're gonna start first on the tangibility. Well, according to smallbusiness.com, and I quote them, a product is tangible, which means the customer can touch and see the product before deciding to make a purchase. Items such as packaging and presentation may compel a customer to purchase a product. Services are not tangible, which can make them more difficult to promote and sell than a product. So basically, this means, like, you go to a mall and you want to get a pair of shoes. Those shoes are tangible because you can basically touch them and see them. So basically a product. But if you take a flight from Orlando to New York, that is considered service because you're paying for transportation and you basically cannot touch the flight. You cannot touch that services. So those are the big difference. Second factor that we were talking about is the return factor. And again, I quoted, and this is according to smallbusiness.com. And if a customer purchases a product and it doesn't work as it is supposed to, the customer can return the product for her money or his money back, or at least to receive a store credit. A service is consumed as it is offered, so it lacks the return factor that a product has. However, some services providers overcome this by offering money back guarantee. So this means that in terms of doing marketing, well, if you're selling a product like a shoe, you can say, well, if you don't like it, you have 14 days buyer remorse, or if you want to change it for another product that you might like, you have that. You're gonna have that flexibility when you're doing a product. So marketing in that way will be a lot easier to market that product. In the other hand, service, it is consumed at the same time it happens, so it cannot be returned. Like example, if you fly from Orlando to New York and you didn't like the way the flight attendant treated you, or maybe there was some delay, unfortunately, you cannot get your money back, or you cannot return it for another flight because it's a service. The third factor that I want to talk about it is the comparing quality. In terms of quality, and again, I'm gonna quote this from smallbusiness.com. Measuring the quality of a product is easier than measuring that of a service. So in other words, if a customer buys a cleaning product and it didn't do the job, so the value for that product for the customer is going to be zero. However, this cannot apply to service because it's harder to measure that quality service. So in conclusion, services are totally different from product marketing because one thing, people factor. So when you're dealing with people, it's a little bit more harder because you're subject to an error. In that case, doing the marketing for services is going to be harder than doing it for a product.